Hi guys, Mendocino Vino here, ready for wine number 6 of the Wine Folly Challenge, Arinto. The Wine Folly Challenge is where I try all 86 grapes and 14 wines featured in the Wine Folly Magnum Edition. I try them first alone and then paired with food to see how that changes the wine. As you can see, this week I have a bonus bottle. However, it is not actually a bonus bottle from California. This week I decided to try a Arinto, a single varietal Arinto, and then also a blend. Something I didn't actually know when I picked these two bottles out is that they are actually about 10 minutes drive from each other. So these vineyards are really close to each other. So wine number 1 is a 2018 Arinto from the Lisboa region. It is 12.5% alcohol and it cost me $13.99. Wine number 2 is also from the Lisboa region. It's a blend of Viognier, Roussanne, and Arinto. It's a 2013, so a lot older. It's made in a Rhone-style. It is, I believe, 13.5. It is 13.5% alcohol, and it costs $18. So only a little bit more expensive than the single varietal. So for the color of these wines, I would call pale gold or a deep straw, at least in this lighting. Wine number 2, it's a lot darker, which happens to white wines as they age. I would say medium gold, just a lot of gold notes on this. Really lovely color on that. Getting sort of a lemon grapefruit type of nose on it. It actually a little bit reminds me of the Arin. There's a little bit of salinity on it too, so I think my final call would be just a lot of citrus notes on it. Again, that kind of maybe lemon, grapefruit type, and then a little hint of salinity. Again, reminds me a lot of the Arin. So for wine number 2, that is an entirely different nose. Holy smokes, those don't smell similar at all. I'm getting a lot more floral notes on it, and that might be the Viognier coming through. Viognier is known as being a very aromatic varietal. Yeah, I'm getting floral notes on it, and then maybe sort of a beeswax type of smell as well. Definitely not a lot of fruit notes coming through there. It is mostly that kind of sort of flowery type of smell, and then a little bit of that kind of beeswax. No real salinity in it either, actually, not on the nose at least. Now, let's see how it tastes. It kind of reminds me of yuzu. So it kind of like almost, it's got lots of lemon on it. It definitely is very tart. Definitely also some notes of salinity on it. So I think for my final call of this wine, I'm going to say citrus notes, yuzu, and saline. Wine number 2. God, it is such a different nose. Whoa. This wine sticks around and changes actually from the initial after you swallow it, and then it kind of evolves in your mouth a little bit. I think that also might tell me I need to maybe aerate it a little bit more. I feel like I'm picking out the Roussanne more than the other ones in there. Not a lot of fruit on this, definitely a lot more of the tertiary flavors coming out of here. Starting to open up a little bit. I think I'm getting some apricot, a little bit of almost a tea note, maybe chamomile coming through here too. Definitely more herbaceous, not really a lot of fruit on it at this point. These wines are really different. It kind of surprises me how different they are. If I had to draw a line from one to the other, I think I would probably say it's the acidity. So I think that kind of there's some same high acid notes in both of these wines, but really they are just astonishingly different. Very, very different, and it's gonna make pairing it a little bit more tricky than I had originally anticipated. The back of the 2018 bottle says, established in the 16th century, Quinta de Chocapalha is a family estate with 45 hectares of vineyards located in the Lisbon wine region. This wine, produced from some of the oldest vineyards on the estate, is fresh and aromatic with crisp citrus and mineral notes that reflect the cool climate of the nearby Atlantic Ocean. It also says winemaker Sandra Tavares da Silva, which is always awesome. I love seeing female winemakers. It's still very much kind of a boys' club a little bit in the wine industry. This week, I'm pairing my Arinto with some panko-crusted sablefish and some rice and some peas. Let's see how it goes. With wine number 1. Pairs really beautifully. Just like really nice acidity levels that just like cut through this fish and just pairs in a really lovely way. I'll say there's lots of lemon notes on this, which really complements fish, just generally speaking. Lemon and fish, classic combo. So I think this goes really well. With wine number 2. Wow. That is good. I am shocked. That is really good. I would not have actually guessed that this wine would just be a really food-friendly wine just from tasting it by itself. But for some reason, I don't know, like there's like an herbaceous quality and just pairs nicely, is not overwhelming, complements but doesn't outshine. Like, very food-friendly wine. I'm very surprised. This wine, I think, exemplifies why I really want to try a wine with food as well, because it is a different wine with food. I like it a lot more. I think it's a lot more interesting, and if I hadn't tried it with food, I wouldn't have known that. So, as my final thoughts on the matter, Arinto is an amazingly food-friendly wine. I would definitely recommend it if you're going to have some type of fish dish. I think it would pair really nicely, especially like a white fish, sort of like tilapia, sablefish, cod, one of those. And yeah, both are very, very tasty, and I recommend checking them out. This is Mendocino Vino. Chin chin.